Once upon a time, there was an old, wise, and very poor man who was envied by everyone for owning a beautiful horse. Everyone wanted to buy it, including the old man, but he always said he wouldn't sell it. One day, the horse escaped, and everyone in the village said it was a disaster for the old man. However, the wise man said, "It's not that simple. Just say that the horse is not at the waterfall. That is a fact, the rest is just judgment. Whether it is a disaster or a blessing, I don't know, because that is just a judgment." The people in the village were perplexed, but a week later, the horse returned accompanied by several other wild horses. It hadn't been stolen, it had just run away. The people said to the old man, "Old man, you were right, it wasn't a disaster, but a blessing." The wise old man affirmed, "You are jumping ahead once again. Just say that the horse is back. Who knows if this is a blessing or not? That is just a fragment. You read only one word of a sentence and already judge everything." The old man had a single son and began training him with the wild horses. A week later, the son fell off a horse and broke his legs. The people in the village said, "You were right, old man. It was a disaster. Your son has lost the use of his legs, and in your old age, you will have only a burden. Now you are even poorer." However, the wise old man said, "You are obsessed with hasty judgments. Do not jump ahead. Just say that my son has broken his legs. No one knows if this is a disaster or a blessing. Life is unpredictable." A week later, the country went to war, and all the young men were forced to enlist. Only the old man's son was left behind because he was still recovering from his injuries. The whole town was in tears and mourning because they knew most of the young men would never return. They came to the old man and said, "You were right, wise old man. It turned out to be a blessing. Your son may be crippled, but he is still with you. Our sons are gone forever." The old man simply smiled and said, "That's exactly how it happens everywhere. Our brain cannot tolerate uncertainty and makes hasty judgments. Our mind only follows what comes, and that shows we don't have the patience to wait. We don't realize that as one door closes, another one opens."